Okay, so today is day 41, and I actually crushed it today. I really crushed it. I accomplished some major wins for my clients. I got some major win testimonials from clients, and overall, it was a stellar day. Now, bad things happened too, all right? Um, I'm still waiting on a big check that I need to cover some financial commitments that I have that's not here. And it is like 10 days late. So that's creating a cash flow issue in my business, which is very frustrating. And I had to do some creative juggling in order to, just make everything work. But be that as it may, here's how I crushed it today. I stepped into every area where I was feeling resistance and just did it. And here's what I noticed. There's an immediate resistance to doing something where I feel or I think that maybe I'm going to be judged, I'm going to make a mistake, it's not going to work out, I'm not prepared. And so I just went for it. And you know what? I crushed it. I mean, I got so many incredible wins today that it was just amazing. Now, what do I attribute that to? Well, first of all, my mindset is better. Whether or not it's making a difference, whether it's psychosomatic, but continuing with the nutrition that I stopped taking over a couple days, like over the weekend, where my mood really faltered by Monday. So maybe the things like the ashwagandha and the cracked cell cholera and those other supplements, the lion's mane, maybe they make enough of a difference in just how I feel. There are three things when it comes to nutrition. I'll just go down a rabbit trail for a minute. So your calories, right? They determine how much you weigh. Your macronutrients determine your composition, and your micronutrients determine how you feel. So all of these things are important. And, the more in tune I am with my body, the more I recognize things like that. So, grounding, morning declarations, prayer, all that stuff today was on point. And a couple hours ago, as I'm recording this, it is 9:30 p.m. A couple of hours ago, I was feeling a letdown, kind of like Elijah in the Bible. He calls down fire from heaven and destroys the altars of Baal, and then he goes off, and gets all down and forlorn because I forget who she was. I want to say Queen of Persia, but I may have that wrong, was pursuing him and wanted him dead. And it's like, you just had this major victory. So there was this, slight downturn because of waiting for this check that still isn't here. And, I just had to refocus. It's so important to constantly manage your mind, right? And here's a real easy way to do it. And I wish that this was automatic for me, but it's not. And that is gratitude. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? And what am I declaring and saying about my life, right? Remember, words are creative, not just descriptive. And what we say, we can speak into existence. And that's sounds way more woo-woo than it actually is. But your words, my words, become our thoughts, and those become our reality. And what we believe, what we stand on, what happens to us internally, subconsciously, is directly related to how we talk. And allowing my emotions to run the show is no way to go. So I digressed a bit there. The point is this. I had to focus on my wins today, and there were a lot of them. And it was really close there at the end to upsetting the entire apple cart and just ending the day on a sour note, instead of really just reveling in the fact that, man, you crushed it today. You got all of these things accomplished. And, remembering that who I am and how capable I am and how strong I am and how blessed I am, and reminding myself of that is super important to being able to charge the day. So I'm going to end the day on that note. And I want to just encourage you guys to celebrate your wins, even if they're little ones, right? Today I had some pretty big ones, but that doesn't mean everything's rosy, right? And that's okay. So one of my favorite sayings is, in the end, everything will be okay. And if it's not okay, it's not the end. You can choose to believe that or not. I'm going to choose to believe it because that's what works for me. All right. Thanks for watching.